Okay, second and final review for tonight on the channel. We have something new to me. I think this might be a new beer for these guys too, because I don't know. Maybe their website is just woefully bad with updates. We'll see here in a minute. I was taking a quick breeze for their site and I didn't see this, but so from Dartmouth, Brightwood Brewery, we've done a couple of their beers already. I'll mention them when we look at their beer list on their website. But this is their Lost Time IPA. 6% alcohol by volume. Kind of worried that this is going to be one of those haze bro fucking things because the tasting notes now they got like a weird little graphical scale there. I don't know how well that looks. This camera doesn't really focus or anything like that. But like this is tasting note citrus, like it's the whole bar of levels is full. Bitterness has only got 2, malt 1, haze full bars. So that's screaming to me that this might be one of those tropical, juicy New England style IPAs. So we'll see. So we're going to go to the share button here and see their website for a second. All right. So okay, so we got, Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. So tap room, beer garden, it doesn't help. So we just got to go to shop, I guess. And we just want to see beer. So I've done the big lift, American IPA, 6.6%. Okay. I think I've seen that in NSLC. So they say here specifically available at select NSLCs, but they don't mention, and they say with this one too, the Made Me Blush Rose IPA, which I've also done. Pretty sure. I know I've had it. I don't remember I reviewed it. I think I've reviewed it, yeah. And then they got the Shy Guy Blackberry Orange, Goza. Vermont is for lovers, New England. Okay, so this is their New England IPA. The Vermont is for lovers. So maybe this IPA, which is not listed here, is something new and not bullshitty like New England IPA, which I'm just not a big fan of. I'll still try to be fair reviewing them, of course, but it's not a style I gravitate towards at all. So we'll see. Maybe they'll pleasantly surprise me here. So we'll stop sharing that. There we go. See what they got going on here. Oof. All right. It's a little active. Ooh. It's a lot of head coming there. All right. Pardon me a sec. Not like anyone's watching live anyway. All right. So, did they say anything else special on this? Strong ale. Ingredients: water, hops, malt, yeast. Yeah. So they don't really give you any useful information, honestly. So it is hazy. That is definitely hazy, yellowy orange color. Looks more orange on camera than it does in real life. Let's go right to aroma. Okay. That smells good. Kind of a mild, it's definitely on it's definitely a big citrus heavy thing, but definitely on the more orange tangerine, uh, maybe a teeny bit of grapefruit mixed in there kind of scale. It's more on that side of things. It's definitely not like coconut, pineapple, stuff like that. So it's not what people would associate with like a tropical hop character on an IPA. It's much more just very strictly like regular citrus based, I guess. You know, your everyday citrus fruits that you can get all the time, kind of thing, that are not quote unquote exotic. All right, it smells fine. It's very it is very like dialed down. It's got a very slight, just pleasant kind of citrus smell going on. It's not strong and perfumey. Doesn't smell like the New England style stuff, which usually has, you know, that very uh, sharp, juicy kind of smell to it. It's definitely not that. So we're gonna go to the taste. Cheers. It's not bad. Fairly light bodied, you know, like upper light body. Again, the sort of the nose translates right to the taste. Unsweetened orange juice or tangerine juice, maybe with a little splash of grapefruit in there. It's kind of what I'm getting. It's not bitter at all, really. It definitely has the sort of like bitterness level of New England IPA. You know, those milkshake IPAs, those juice bomb IPAs, those sort of things that tend to be very mild in the actual bitterness. That's on par with that, but it's giving you much more kind of like traditional IPA hop flavor. So it's not giving you that super tropical shit. It's giving you something more on a scale that like a more classic IPA drinker like myself would appreciate. So I kind of like this. Could use some bitterness though. Yeah. So you get a lot of that, like the more orange tangerine up front. Um, then you get like that little hint of like grapefruit lingering in the back, and it's very simple. It's very nice. I wish it was more bitter, if anything. But I guess it's nice to, you know, if you want an IPA that's not really all that bitter, if you want an alternative to all these juice bombs and these tropical haze thingies, um, this is kind of it, because even the flavors are, you know, fairly mild along with the actual nose. So, you know, it's not a big punching, bracing juice bomb perfumey thing. Like, it's not a lot of malt character either. So, like, honestly, everything they kind of put on their little tasting note scale here fits perfectly to a T. So, like, tons of citrus flavor. Like, it's all citrus. Um, the bitterness is very dialed back. The malt is almost non-existent, and the haze, it's fucking hazy as shit. So, no lies told. Um, if anything, they could get away with like knocking the alcohol down on this quite a bit and just making it like their you know, light India pale ale, like they're like some sort of equivalent to an IPL, India pale lager or whatever. You know, like they could knock it down and make it just like their easy drinking 4% light India Pale Ale or whatever, they could do that. In fact, it would work so much more perfectly style-wise as compared to calling this an IPA, because it's really, like, if anything, like, I like this, but I do have to dock it on style. On style, it's kind of a fucking weak sauce wuss IPA, in the sense that, like, it really just doesn't have the bitterness backing it up, right? So I'd have to throw a 6.5 at it for style, I guess. I'm probably being a little generous there. Personal enjoyment, I'd say like an 8. I like it quite a bit. It's very mild. It's very easy drinking. If the alcohol was chopped down and they called this like their light India Pale Ale or whatever, their session India Pale Ale or whatever, it would be spot on perfect. It would be like a 9 or a 10 for style. But as it sits, got to go 6.5. We got Paul, PA Brew News, in the comments here. Cheers, Lee. Less alcohol. Interesting concept. Yeah. Because, like, it's sitting at 6%. And you would expect, okay, the bitterness is going to be up. It's going to be an IPA. It's going to be, classic IPA in style or whatever. And it's going to have some good, solid bitterness and some lingering bitterness. And it's a bit thin on those regards. At the same time, let's see, Paul says, I might be in the minority, but I enjoy a good IPL. Yeah, me too. Sometimes they're just way too light and they're just hopped up the ass. But if you can get like a good balance going, and I think this kind of has it, like it's got lighter IPA flavors, but they're still pretty decent, and it just needs to knock the alcohol down, and they could call it their session IPA, and it would be fine. It'd be perfect. But to call it a standard IPA doesn't really work. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a fucking snob in this regard, because I was saying earlier how this is kind of like flavor-wise, this is a good alternative to all those like New England IPAs that just have the flavor profile I don't like. This just has a different flavor profile, but it's got all the qualities of like the New England shit, because it's hazy as fuck. And it's still got the standard alcohol of an IPA or whatever, but the bitterness is knocked down. So I don't know. It's a weird, strange world out there with all these weird new styles. I don't like it. Get the kids off my fucking lawn. That's all I'm going to say about that, man. But yeah, 6.5 for style. And what did I say for enjoyment? Did I say 8? Yeah, 8. Because I do enjoy it. It's good. I wish I could, drink 10 of them in a day. So maybe consider knocking this down to a 3.5% or something like that. We might have some fun. But yeah, that's going to be the last of the 2 reviews for tonight. Yeah. Wish I had more, but there really wasn't. I was trying to buy beer at the NSLC the other day, and I got them on a day where they were both getting new shit in, and they were also realigning the entire fucking section of like single cans of craft beer. So there was like 3 people literally in this cramped little aisle space, and they were trying to put their shit on the shelf and reline the cans and all that stuff. And I just was like, I am not going to waste 15 minutes trying to inch around them all the time looking for new stuff to pick up. So I just grabbed the first 2 newish things I saw directly in front of me, and that was the reviews for today. But yeah. All right. Thanks for watching, Paul, and anyone else who watched live or later on. And we're going to call it a night. Cheers, and bye-bye.